Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute and some things have changed. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you may not know what's been going on with me. So I wanted to do a brief introduction to the video and just kind of let you guys know what's been going on, where I'm at with buying makeup, and the no buy that I have started / am starting. Some of you may remember that I decided I was going to do a low buy in 2019. And I thought that by doing a low buy as opposed to a no buy, that it would keep me from feeling deprived and, you know, I could still get a couple special things if they came out, like this Jeffree Shane collaboration that's going to be coming out. But that didn't happen. And it's been kind of a gradual process for me. Like, I got an email about a month ago from Ulta saying that I was just like a little over $200 away from being diamond. And I realized that my low buy was a failure. I want to say that diamond is like $1,200. It's a little bit more than what rouge is at Sephora. And I have been platinum at Ulta every year for like the last 7 or 8 years. But it was still just really like sobering to me. And I just realized that I'm out of control. You know, I'm not a beauty professional and my channel and my Instagram is very, very small. I feel like I used creating content as an excuse to buy stuff and sort of fuel this eyeshadow addiction. You know, I joke around on my Instagram and say that I'm an eyeshadow addict, but I think that I am actually addicted to buying eyeshadow. And as this year has progressed, I think we've seen a lot of bombardment, you know, with releases and releases and releases. You know, ColourPop is releasing like a new palette every other week. And, you know, Anastasia Beverly Hills just released 5 palettes, 3 Norvinas, Jackie Aina, and Carly Bible in like the span of 2 months or 3 months. And it's just overwhelming. It's impossible to keep up. And I think it's made everybody take stock of like what you have, because I realized that, you know, I would just buy a palette and take a picture of it and maybe talk about it in a haul video, and I would use it 1 time, maybe 2 times, and then I would put it in a drawer and forget about it because it was already on to the next thing that I wanted. And I wasn't actually even getting much enjoyment out of the palettes that I was buying, because it's like as soon as you have it, there's 6 more beautiful palettes out there that you want. I'm out of room. Like, I literally have no place to put any more makeup, but I still want it. And it's an issue. And, you know, being on Instagram every day, following only makeup accounts, looking at Trend Mood, looking at Beauty Deals, BFF, you know, some of these accounts that I love, it just had to stop. Like, it just wasn't good for me financially. It stopped being good for me mentally. You know, it just really started taking a toll, and it made me feel bad. Like, looking at the amount of eyeshadow that I have makes me feel bad. You know, I'm in Facebook makeup groups where people don't even afford, they can't even afford to have 1 eyeshadow palette, and to have like probably 100 palettes. You know, I'm somebody who, for the most part, you know, I thrift a lot of my clothes. I always look for deals. I'm very like, you know, focused on not creating waste for the environment. And these are a lot of pieces that other people have talked about. You know, Sam Ravindal has talked a lot about it. You know, PR creates a lot of waste. I don't get PR, but like makeup packaging also creates a lot of waste. So I'm doing a no buy. No buy. So what I did last week was go through all of my eyeshadow, talk about the palettes, whether or not I'm keeping them. I have my keep, declutter, and then some maybes that I have wanted to use or compare to other things. Since then, I have decluttered a couple of the maybes today. But I will be using my maybes and deciding whether or not to keep or declutter. And then I'm gonna focus on the stuff in my stash. This is my incredibly messy vanity, and I am not all glammed out because I am doing a declutter here, not just a vanity tour. I meant to clean this up and forgot before I started filming. So some of the stuff like this is going in my used empties box. I'm currently holding my vlog camera so it doesn't focus quite as well. Anyway, so this is the stuff that I've been using a lot lately. Obviously, I'm not going to get rid of any of this because I've been using it a lot lately, but this is the Mirage palette from Profusion. I won this in their Twitter giveaway. Thank you, Profusion. I've been using this pretty much non-stop. It actually snaps in there really well, so here's what it looks like. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful shades. And this is kind of, you can hear my dog barking. I'm gonna have to go figure out what he's doing. First thing up is the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions. Here on the top I have not necessarily stuff that I use all the time, but definitely stuff that I love. These are beautiful. I'm absolutely going to be keeping this. The Huda Neon Obsessions. Again, I haven't had this for very long, like it's barely been touched, so definitely will be hanging on to this. The Huda Topaz Obsessions is one of my favorite fall palettes, and I love these orange shades, so definitely hanging on to this. Alright, then we have the Huda Desert Dusk. This is a gorgeous purple palette. Actually, it doesn't really have a lot of purples in it like I thought it did. Like, it's got these two purples right here, but really it's more like orangey shades and red shades. But even though I don't use it as much as I should, it was very expensive. These are some of my most expensive palettes right here. So I'm going to be hanging on to that. Huda Nudes. I also have not used this one nearly as much as I should. It's a gorgeous palette, and I did get this for free with Sephora points, so I guess technically it wasn't free, but definitely hanging on to this. The Pat McGrath Mothership Subversive La Vie en Rose. This one, actually, I am thinking about decluttering. I haven't 100% decided. Unfortunately, like, I thought this was going to be a lot more purple, and these shades actually look a lot more pink on me. Yeah, like, I wish that I loved Pat McGrath as much as I thought I would, but unfortunately I just don't. So I've used this one maybe twice. This is going to be a maybe, because it is a very expensive palette. I think I got it with a 20% off from Ulta. Yeah. And this is my Natasha Denona. If you watched my Beautylish unboxing, you saw me open this and get really excited. I'm actually going to be keeping this one, of course. But kind of like the other two, it's funny, like, you know, people always say it's hard to do a good purple, and I guess that's true because a lot of these shades seem like they would be more purple, but they look a little bit more blue, or like these are more like fuchsia shades, but they're still really pretty. So definitely hanging on to that. Next we have Jeffree Star Androgyny. This is the first Jeffree Star palette that I got. And as you can see, it looks like it really hasn't been touched. I don't use a lot of blue shades. And these are very similar to other shades that I already have. But I'm going to be trying to do, look at how beautiful that mirror is though. I mean, yeah. So I'm going to be doing a Use Your Stash 2020 because where did I have that? I had that behind there. So I'm going to be doing a Love Your Stash, and through that I will be figuring out if I want to keep the Androgyny palette. I mean, I am a Jeffree Star collector, but I don't have literally everything that Jeffree does or has done, so I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. And we have the September Rose Slush palette. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, colorful palette. Absolutely will be keeping this one. Really, the ones on the top here are some of my favorites. So starting off with them is kind of a cheat because I'm obviously keeping them. And the Tarte Pineapple, this is from the 2018 holiday collection. This was a Sephora exclusive. I love this palette, like, to be honest. It's got a great, really sparkly blush here. It's got some beautiful colors. I don't reach for it the way that I should. And it might be one where it's just so, like, difficult to store that I may end up depotting some of the colors. Alright, so I'll move my Jeffree record out of the way here. Alright, and then moving on to the other side here, we have it's My Pleasure palette from ColourPop. Now this, of course, is a purple palette, and it is done very well. As you can see, a lot of these do look a little bit more fuchsia, like I was saying, but they're still really pretty. And this is a dupe for the Huda Purple, and it's so much more affordable that, yeah, I'll be hanging on to that one for sure. Then we have the ColourPop Orange You Glad palette. I love orange. Orange is my favorite color to wear. This shade right here, Clementine, is just like everything. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that too, just for fun. It is so glittery. Just like little glitter, chunky glitter. Absolutely beautiful. Definitely hanging on to that. And then I have the Just My Luck palette from ColourPop, which is again a dupe for Huda. This is a green palette, and I love to wear green, not as much as orange, but green's another favorite of mine to wear, so I'll be hanging on to that. This one I've been meaning to do a video on forever. This is one of my create your own ColourPop palettes with some beautiful purples in there, and I have so many singles from ColourPop, from Makeup Geek, from some of the Tarte singles. Right now I have them arranged in color order, which is definitely pleasing to the OCD in me, but I never use them, so I'm going to turn them into more like curated palettes, you know, like you would buy. So I'm going to be doing a video on that. This is the ColourPop Good Sport palette. Just some nice fall tones. My dogs are going crazy because my husband's getting home from work, but I'm just going to keep going because of my battery's sake. This is a maybe. I definitely don't reach for this one the way that I should. So I'm going to actually stick it here in the maybe pile. This is the Sweet Talk ColourPop palette. This is an impulse buy for sure, but I love it. Again, this color right here, Prism Dream, this color. Like, ColourPop just does a great job with the glitters. I know some people have an issue with the pressed glitters, but I love them. This is one of my favorite ColourPop palettes, if not one of my favorite palettes total of all of them. And here's another ColourPop Create Your Own palette. More purples? Yeah, so actually I'm gonna put these aside. Then we have the ColourPop Rendezvous palette. This is so pretty. I think part of it was this turquoise right here that I really liked, and this one, I don't know. I'm gonna have to compare it to some of my other ones because I do really like some of the colors. I'm thinking maybe I will depot some of the shades. I'm gonna put it over here with Good Sport in the maybe pile. And this is the My Little Pony. I think I got this in BoxyCharm, and I was really excited because it's got some really pretty colors, but literally I've only used this one time. So I'm gonna put it in the maybe just to figure out, like, maybe I wanted to pot it for some of these shades, like really these right here, but I may decide if I have some that are really similar just to declutter. So we're gonna put it in the maybe pile. This is the ColourPop You Had Me at Hello palette. This was going to be the original Kathleen Lights palette, but they took her name, well, they put the sticker on over top of it after her scandal. These are really pretty warm tones, some pinks, some like brown golds. I really like this. I don't reach for it as much as I should, so it's definitely going to be part of the Love Your Stash series. Then we have Holiday 2017 ColourPop. You know, I am a ColourPop fan. All you see is magic. This is so pretty, but these colors are very muted, not very me. They're pretty, but I feel like I do have a lot of these shades in other palettes, so this is going to be my first official declutter. So, make a new declutter pile over here. Alright, and of course Jeffree Blood Sugar. I will not be decluttering this. This is one of my favorite palettes. Now, some of the other random stuff I have up here. This is the Makeup Revolution or Revolution Golden Egg. This was a gift from a friend who lives over in Europe. She sent this to me, so I'm definitely going to be keeping this, but it's also really good quality too. That yellow highlighter, yellow gold, is way too deep for me, but the brown shades are really nice, and it's such cute packaging too. I have the Ulta Beauty. These, I believe, were my crappy January birthday gift because they always screw over everybody in January. I just need to put these in a reusable palette. And I have this absolutely gorgeous single from ColourPop. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Ooh! I'm not used to this angle. This is Island Hopping, and it is another chunky glitter, kind of a white, blue, purple. Very beautiful. It just needs to go in a palette with some other shades. Magnetic palette. My handheld camera here, and just kind of give you a little tour before I open everything up. These are my smaller little compacts, my Urban Decay singles, my Super Shock shadows from ColourPop, just some random smaller stuff. And most of this I never reach for because I really just don't open this drawer. It's not really, it's just the fact that some of this stuff is a lot smaller. So first up, got the original Natural Eyes from Too Faced. I bought this because I thought I might want to wear it to my wedding. It's a little bit pinker than it is showing on screen, but this is a great neutral palette. These go a little bit dark on me, but I'm gonna hold on to this. I believe this was a TJ Maxx or Marshall's find. Let's just see what's underneath it here. Got the Lorac Venice Beach. This I bought because it was like a Lorac buy one get one 50% off sale, and I think, honestly, I don't even know if I've worn this. I can definitely tell that I've swatched it, but this is going to go in the declutter pile just because I know I've got all these shades in other palettes. Not because it's not pretty, and I love Lorac, but like the only reason I bought it is because it was 50% off. Next up, we have the Revolution or I Heart Revolution Strawberry Sprinkled Donut. Love this guy. This is like one of my all-time favorite shades. Definitely keeping this. MAC Venomous Villains. Now this is old school, and this is mostly a collector's item. I think I've only used it like twice. Try not to screw up my fingernails. This is the Maleficent My Dark Magic. I should really put this over with my Funko Maleficent and my other Maleficent collectibles. Good Lord, Stacy. There we go. It's really squished in there. So this is the MAC Disney Villains collab. Long before ColourPop did it, MAC did it, and they did it really well. So this is a gorgeous, all these different shades of purple, and it is a baked shadow. So I will hold on to this forever, even if I don't wear it, because I don't think I've only worn it like twice, but it is a collector's item. So I'm gonna keep that out, like I said, and put it over with my Funko Maleficent stuff. Next up, we have the Pixie by Petra Amethyst Mesmerizing Mineral Palette Amethyst Aura. This is what I did one of my very first YouTube videos on, and I absolutely never reached for this at all, ever, even slightly. It's a good palette, not great. I probably will hang on to this particular one just for nostalgia, because it was one of my very first YouTube videos. And it was actually what prompted me to start a YouTube channel. Smashbox Vlada MUA. This was the cover shot Petal Metal. I did drop it, sadly, and repress it. Very sad. Beautiful palette. I need to reach for this more. I may move this up here so I can actually find it. Yeah, beautiful. Definitely keeping it, and especially because I repressed it. Like, nobody wants a broken repressed palette, right? And this is the Too Faced Natural at Night. I don't know why I bought this, honestly. I impulse bought it from somebody. I just liked the brown shades. I think, honestly, it's probably expired. So I will probably either trash it or depot a couple of the shades that I like. I do like the, I really like these shades. Well, I do like all the shades, but I never use it, and I know it's old, so I'm gonna put it in the, we'll put it in the maybe pile. Next up, we have Smashbox Drawn In Decked Out, the cover shot of Blaze. This was part of their holiday 2017 or 2018 collection. Just really pretty fall colors. I really, really like this one here. I probably do have a lot of these shades though, so I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile just to compare it to some of the other palettes that I already have. This is the Face Candy Vice palette. It is a dupe for the Kylie Purple palette, and it is quite beautiful. Really, really love these shades right here, so I'll be hanging on to that. The Tarte Don't Quit Your Daydream. I'm sure most of you have seen this. I think this like matte orange is a staple Tarte shade. This guy I do love, and I've had for a long time. Like you can see here, like the Tarte's almost gone in this shade. This is one of my first, if not my first, prestige palette. So I'll probably depot these. So I guess I'm gonna put that, I'll put it over here with the maybes. This is the City Mini Blushed Avenue by Maybelline. And this I do just need to depot. If you can see, there's a little line here, and the whole thing comes out really easily. You'll see in my magnetic palettes I already have a whole thing of the City Minis. I just haven't gotten around to depotting this one yet. This is the Hard Candy Glitter palette. Glitterazzi Glitter Gel palette in Electric Sunset. So pretty. I don't use it very often because when do you need glitter like this, but I will hang on to this. Then we have the Tarte. This was part of a holiday collection. I don't know if this guy has a name, but it has a blush and then some mauve shades. Again, like these are really pretty, but I forget about them. I'm trying to get the lighting over here is weird, but I think I probably will depot these as well, just so I remember that I have them. All right, so I'm gonna put these ones I'm definitely keeping back in here. And what else have we got? We've got the Wet n Wild Zodiac Capricorn, or not Capricorn, Earth, which Capricorn, my sign is an Earth sign. So this is fun. No mattes, only shimmery shades, but since it's a really like low-end palette, I doubt anybody would want it or want to buy it, so I probably I'm gonna put it in the maybe, because I may have a friend that might want it. I don't know that anybody would want to buy it, but more purples. Purple used to be my favorite eye color to wear. Not as much anymore. Now it's definitely orange. This is old. The L'Oreal Hip High Intensity Pigments Bright Shadow Duo. And then you can open up the bottom and have that silly little, look at that. Oh, this is old. So I need to declutter this just because it's old, honestly. The Ulta Baked Eyeshadow. I think I got this. They probably gave me this crap for my birthday too. Why do January always gets Ulta brand stuff, and then like by the time you get down to like August or September, y'all get Lancome? It's unfair. I have no idea how old this is, but I'm gonna declutter it. The LA Girl Eye Luxe Mesmerizing Purple Palette. Gorgeous purple shades. They're tracking a little bit blue on the camera, but they are, this is a true purple. If you want a purple, this is the Glamorize. I think these retail for $5.99 and I got it on sale for $4.49. A lot of times they do have like a buy one get one 50% off for LA Girl, and LA Girl has my favorite eyeliner pencils too, so definitely highly recommend this. I have to declutter any of my Urban Decay or Super Shock shadows, so I've got, probably will depot all of these though. I've got some of my favorite shades from the Naked 2 that I decluttered, and you know, once you buy like 4 of these shadows, even at 50% off, you've basically gotten the palette, so I don't know why I did that, but yeah. So I've got Twice Baked, Chopper, which is a great shade, love Chopper. Space Cowboy, YDK, Snake. I think Chopper and YDK were my favorite from Naked 2. Got a nice purple, Backfire, and I'm gonna open this one because it is gorgeous. It is Moon Spoon, and it is one of the, I forget what they call these. They're special somehow, but look at that glitter, y'all. Again, like, you don't really need a gray with a ton of glitter in it, but it's just good to have. And this is the old packaging of those. You can see this I've had for a long time, Oil Slick. And it's probably expired too. I have had it for 100 years. It's not easy to open with one hand, nothing is. This is a black, 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 black with silvery glitter, and I should declutter that just because it's old. Put it in the declutter pile. Got a really gold baked NYX shadow, Ghetto Gold. Well, that's not problematic at all. And this is from several years ago. I used it for an all over Mardi Gras face mask makeup look that I did, so I know it's pretty old. I'm gonna declutter it. We got the BH Foil Eyes to Go, which I think I've used one time, and the 6th edition First Tray to Go, which I think I have not touched, so I'm definitely going to be decluttering those. Sonia Kashuk, Fresh Bloom. I don't know, that's a maybe. Those oranges are pretty and that purple is pretty. Might depan, might declutter. And then I've just got my Halo top. Those just came out. And some various ColourPop Super Shocks. Got the Villains Jelly Shadow in Spindle, which was the Maleficent one. Got a Max Dazzle Glass, or Dazzle Shadow, in a purple shade. And then some of the Laura Lee ones that I just got because they benefited Animal Rescue, and then a couple matte ones. All right, so this is part 1 of my vanity tour declutter. Part 2 will be coming later on this week, so definitely stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed the vanity tour and seeing what I decided to keep and what I decided to declutter. I am going to be putting up the stuff that I don't give away to friends up on my Poshmark, not 26 anymore. I'll put a link to that down below as well if you're interested in purchasing any of my slightly used palettes, which of course will be sanitized before they ship out if I haven't already sanitized them. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to subscribe, I do plan on having content up sporadically. Definitely follow me on Instagram. I am a lot more active over there, even though I'm not posting daily anymore. So I appreciate everything. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.